Welcome to Small Victories Yoga. I'm Melissa, and in this session we're going to be doing a full body workout for all levels, paying close attention to how your body and your mind respond to each of the postures, allowing yourself to go on a voyage of self-discovery. As always, you do what feels good, skip what doesn't work, and just try to have some fun. So we're going to begin on our mats in child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat, toes touch. Sit back on your heels. Let your forearms and your forehead rest on the mat. Take a deep inhale in a loud sigh. Closing your eyes and your lips. Start to come into your ujjayi breathing, just breathing deeply in and out of your nose. If it feels good in your body, you could rock your head from left to right. It's just a gentle stretch for your neck, a massage for your third eye. And then pressing your hips back, start to crawl your hands forward, elbows off the mat, spreading your fingers wide, roll up, hands and knees, press back, downward facing dog. Your feet are just about the width of your hips, your hands the width of your shoulders, pressing the heels down towards the mat as you reach your tailbone up towards the sky. Just a few breaths here. Rising up to the balls of your feet, rock your body forward into a high push-up. Press your shoulders forward to get a deep stretch through your wrists, and then press it back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together to touch and lift the right leg, bend the knee, kneecap reaches up to the sky. Returning that foot to the mat. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, reach it up, opening up through the hip. And then return that foot to the mat. Rise to the balls of the feet and bend your knees, stretch out your toes. Looking at the space between your hands, step or walk to the front of your mat. Your feet are a little bit wider than hip width distance and your knees are bent a lot. Opposite hand, opposite elbow for a ragdoll. You could begin to straighten your legs only if it felt good in your body. Allowing your shoulders and your neck to be free here. Gently release your hands to the mat and heel toe your feet together to touch. Bend your knees slightly and just roll up. Swim your arms out and up. Hands touch overhead, pull it through, third eye into your heart. One more time, swim your arms out and up, hands touch, pull it through, third eye into your heart and fold, nose to your knees, hands to the mat. Halfway lift, so you can bring your hands to your shins if you'd like. Spine is long, rolling the shoulders down the back, pressing your tail back, reaching your crown forward. Take one more inhale here. And as you exhale, hands to the mat and step it back. High push up. Bending your elbows, lower slowly all the way down to the mat. Chin taps the mat. Inhale, roll up, cobra pose. Curl your toes under and press back, downward facing dog. Take a moment or two here in this down dog. Pressing your heels to the mat, lifting your tailbone. Rise to the balls of the feet and bend your knees. Step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat. Knees bent slightly as you rise up. This time, hands shoulder width distance apart. Sink into your chair pose. So your big toes and your knees are touching. Shoulders and eyes are nice and soft here. Paying close attention to how your body and your mind respond to each posture. Just witnessing without judgment. Take one more inhale, and as you exhale, fold nose to your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high push up. Lower all the way down, belly and chin touch the mat. Roll up, cobra pose. Curl your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together to touch and lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Step that foot between your hands, flattening your back foot, back toes out at a 45-degree angle, and you rise up, warrior one. Belly buttons pressing straight ahead. Shoulders are soft. Calm Ujjayi breathing. Just one more inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to open up to warrior two. Take that front foot and just scooch it over to the left side of your mat. Sink deep here. Press the backside body back, opening up through your hips and through your chest. Your gaze, your drishti, is set to your front middle finger. Can you sink a little deeper? Can you grow taller through the spine? Flip your front hand, reverse your warrior, sink and reach. Lengthening, lengthening. Now you can take those left fingers and reach them towards your ankle, or you could wrap the arm around your back. It's completely up to you. Sink deeper, front knee over the ankle. Make sure you're breathing. Take just one more inhale. And as you exhale, bring that forearm to your thigh. Reach the left fingers to the sky. Lean back, open up. You can use your right elbow to nudge your knee towards your right pinky toe. Reaching the left fingers up high to the sky. If you wanted, you could extend that top arm over your head, tricep glued next to the ear. Or you could wrap that arm around your back for a half bind or a full bind if that's part of your practice. Returning to the breath, paying close attention to how your body and your mind are responding to each posture. If you have the bind, release it. Go ahead and straighten that front leg, coming into triangle. Your hand could grab your shin or your ankle, or you could allow your fingers to just hover above the mat. Leaning back, opening up here. If you'd like, again, you could extend that top arm over your head, tricep glued next to the ear, palm down. If your breath is calm here and this feels good, you could lift that bottom arm up. But if your breath is not smooth, right, if this is a struggle for you, I want you to back off, right, and just come right back to that original position. Lean back, take one more inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to come up to star pose. So your arms are open wide, fingers reach to the sky. As you turn your toes to point out, lengthening the legs, lengthening the tailbone, reaching the arms up. So taking up as much space as you possibly can here. Softening your shoulders and your eyes. Allowing yourself to shine as bright as a star. Noticing your thoughts, just witnessing your thoughts. Are they encouraging? Are they supportive? Just take note. One more inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Point your toes forward, feet are parallel, and start to look up, lift your heart up and bend back. And see if you can go back a little further than you think you can. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're slowly going to come up, tuck your chin, and then fold forward. Spine as long as you can get it. And then all the way down, hands to the mat, drop your head, maybe you shake it out. And then I ask that you bring your hands behind you, pressing the palms flat down into the mat. Dropping the head, maybe you shake it out a little bit. Calm breathing here. And then bring your fingers back to center, lengthen your spine, parallel to the mat. Turn your toes out and your heels in, so we come into goddess pose. Your knees and your ankles are in one line. You start to straighten up, tuck your pelvis, sink deep here. Press your elbows back, cactus arms. Can you sink a little deeper? Can you press your elbows back a little more? Right, so if this is a big challenge for you right now, you stay right here. If you feel like you could take it a step further, go ahead and lift the right heel and then lower it. Left heel lifts and you lower, and we alternate. 1, 2, sink the hips. 3, press the elbows back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, sink the hips. Press the knees and the elbows back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs. Really good job. Hands to your hips. Right toes point to the front of the mat. Step the back foot a little bit closer. Toes are out at a 45-degree angle. Belly button faces the front of the room. Start to turn your gaze up. Start to lift your heart up and bend back. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly come forward. Fold halfway, spine parallel to the mat. And then there's a gentle twist, belly over thigh as you fold. Nose to your knees, hands to the mat. You could grab your shin or your ankle. You could have a bend in that front knee if you'd like. If you want, you could turn the fingers to point to the back edge of your mat, stretching out your wrists. And once again, just paying close attention to how your body and your mind are responding to each one of these postures. Bring your fingers back to the front of your mat. Step the left foot forward. Bend your knees. Rise up. Hands touch overhead. Third eye into your heart. Swim your arms up, hands touch, pull it through, third eye, into your heart, fold nose to knees. Halfway lift, spine is long, and then step it back, high push up. Bend your elbows lower all the way down, belly, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, rise up, lift your heart, cobra. Curl your toes and press back, down dog. Heels to the mat, tailbone to the sky. Feet come together to touch, left leg lifts. Step that foot between your hands, flatten your back foot. Warrior one, again, rise up. Soften your shoulders, soften your eyes. Now as we return to each one of these postures, see if you can look at them with new eyes. Right? Maybe you can go a little bit deeper. Maybe you know where to back off a little bit. Right? Remembering growth is measured by a different response to the same situation, right? So we're measuring our growth here. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to open up warrior two. That front foot scooches over to the side of the mat. You sink deeply into your legs. If someone's playing tug of war with your arms, the back arm's going to win, so you're going to come back just slightly. Sinking deeper, lengthening the spine, lengthening the arms. And without moving your feet, see if you can bring your heels closer together. You're doing really good. Flip the front hand and reverse your warrior, sinking down, reaching the fingers up to the sky and then over your head. That right hand can reach toward your ankle or wrap around your back, sinking deeper, perhaps reaching a little further. Calm breathing. Taking one more inhale. And as you exhale, extended side angle, forearm on the thigh, right fingers to the sky, get long, reach up, and then lean back. So as you're pressing your right shoulder and hip back, you're nudging that left knee open. Stay exactly like this, or extend that arm over your head, palm faces the mat. Or you go ahead, take a half bind, wrap the arm around your back, or a full bind if you'd like. Keep breathing. If you have the bind, release it. Go ahead and straighten that front leg, grabbing the shin or the ankle, or allowing the fingers to hover, and smiling here, because it feels really good to finally straighten that front knee. We call this happy triangle. Staying just as you are, for this is perfect. If you'd like to take it a step further, you bring that arm over your head. If your breath is calm and free here, you could pick that bottom hand up, but we don't push it. We learn to respect the needs of our body. You're doing super. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to stand, coming back into that beautiful, powerful star pose. Rooting your feet firmly into the earth, reaching the crown of your head and your fingertips up to the heavens. And then softening where you can. Noticing your thoughts. Where does your mind go? What stories do you tell yourself? You're doing so good. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Turn your toes to point to the side of your mat, feet parallel. Start to look up, lift your heart and bend back. Go way back, way, way, way back. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly straighten up. Fold forward halfway. You're long through the spine. And then all the way down. Hands to the mat. Shake your head out. And then this time, I ask that you reach your arms long in front of you, palms flat on the mat. Drop your head between your arms, so you're pressing your hips back and you're reaching your fingers forward. Your neck is free. This is a posture that helps to relieve anxiety. Slowly lift up, bring your fingers to the center of your mat, back into that gorgeous goddess pose. Heels in, toes out, knees and ankles in one line. We sink down, tucking through the pelvis. You lower even further. We do cactus arms, press the elbows back, press the knees back. All right, so we're revisiting each posture with new eyes, right? So maybe you can tell yourself something a little different, right? Maybe you can embrace this posture, even though your body may shake a little bit. That's good. That means it's working. You're growing. You're getting stronger. So if you'd like to add a little extra spice, you could lift your heels up off the mat. Allow the shaking, welcome the shaking, that's growth. Sink deeper into your hips, you got this. Press your elbows in your knees back, breathe. Just one more inhale. Drop the heels, straighten the legs, excellent job. Hands to your hips. Toes point to the front of the mat. Step the back foot a little bit closer. Toes out at a 45-degree angle. Belly and hips face the front of the room. And then this time, if you'd like, you could interlace the fingers behind your back. Knuckles to the heel, heart and gaze up to the sky. Bending back, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're slowly going to come forward, spine parallel to the mat. Gentle twist, belly over thigh as you fold. Dropping your head, arms over your head. So if the arm bind feels awkward, you bring your hands to the mat. You could grab the shin or the ankle. You could have a bend in that knee. You could, again, turn the fingertips to the back of the mat, stretching out your wrists. Wherever you are, keep breathing. Everybody bring your fingertips to the front of the mat. Step your back foot forward next to the left. Knees bend slightly as you rise up. Hands touch overhead, third eye into your heart. Fold, nose to knees. Halfway lift. And we're gonna chaturanga. Step back into a high push-up, but this time just pause here in this high push-up. Press your heels away from you. Press your hands away from you. Now keep in mind, you can drop your knees to the mat. There's no worries, no judgment here. And then we're going to do just a little tapping. So pick up your right hand, tap your left shoulder, and lower it. Left hand, right shoulder, lower. We will alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Downward facing dog. Excellent job. Bring your feet together to touch. Lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Step that foot between your hands. Back toes point straight ahead, back heel up off of the mat, setting up this high lunge. Again, you have the option of keeping that back knee on the mat. If it feels better in your body, it's okay. Reaching the arms up, softening the eyes and the shoulders. Find your balance. If you're wobbly, you widen your feet. Bring your hands together to touch. And then start to bend back. So again, you lift your heart, reaching your heart up to the sky. Reaching your fingertips behind you. Keep breathing. Coming back to center, bring your hands to your third eye and into your heart. Come forward to lengthen, and then we're going to find a twist. So the left elbow comes to the right knee. You pull the belly up and off the thigh. pressing the top hand into the bottom, gently twisting. If it feels good in your body, you could spread your wings and fly. Take one last inhale. And as you exhale, look at your front foot. Frame it with both hands. Straighten your leg, fold nose to your knee. And then gracefully step that left foot forward next to the right, knees bent as you roll up. Hands touch, pull it through, third eye into your heart, fold nose to knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, high push up. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down, belly and chin touch the mat. Roll up, cobra, inhale. Curl the toes and press back, down dog. Pressing the heels towards the mat, feet come together to touch, lift the left leg. Step that foot between your hands. Find your lunge, so widen your feet, find your balance, and then rise up. Let's sigh, take an inhale. Soft, calm, deep Ujjayi breathing. Revisiting this posture. Can you approach it with a different attitude? Can you see it, feel it with new eyes? Bring your hands together to touch. Start to bend back, lift your heart. Can you sink deeper? Can you breathe deeper? You're doing so good. Take one more inhale. And then come back to center. Bring your hands through, third eye into your heart. Core's engaged. Come forward to lengthen. And then find your twist. Right elbow outside of the right knee. Leaning back. Pressing the top rib to the sky. Bottom rib to the side of your mat. Breath is calm and free here. If you'd like, you could go ahead and spread your wings. Remember, you can keep that back knee on the mat if you'd like. There's no worries. Just one last inhale. And as you exhale, gaze to your foot. Frame it with both hands. Straighten your leg and fold, nose to your knee. Step the right foot forward next to the left, knees bent. As you roll up, hands touch overhead, pull it through, touch your third eye in your heart. Root down into your feet. Bring your arms long at your sides, palms face the front of the mat. Close your eyes. Pick your shoulders up and roll them down your back. Drop your chin into your chest and give yourself a neck roll here. So just allow your head to fall to one side. Gently making a complete circle as your fingertips reach towards the mat to soften your shoulders. And there's no rush. Once you've completed one side, go right ahead, do the other. And when you've completed both sides, just start to stand really tall. Pick up your toes, feel the four corners of your feet, plant your roots, drop your toes. And then we're going to do a tree pose. So you could do a kickstand, or you could take that right foot and place it anywhere you'd like on the inside of the left leg. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Find a spot in front of you and rest your gaze. Calm breathing. Trying to look at this practice as an exploration, right? Just a journey of self-discovery. What can you learn about yourself? If you'd like, go ahead and grow your tree. Right? Fingers reach up to the heavens. roots firmly planted into the earth. If you'd like, you could turn your gaze up. And if you're stopping yourself from looking up because you're afraid you're gonna wobble or fall, do it anyway. Right? Trees wobble, sway, fall all the time. And then bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, knuckles to the heel, and perhaps the heart and the gaze to the sky. Take one last inhale. And as you exhale, release it, give it a little shake. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So you could stay with the kickstand, perfectly acceptable. If you'd like, you place that foot anywhere you'd like on the right leg, hands to your heart. Tip here is to keep the core firmly engaged. Right? Your center of gravity. Roots are firmly planted. Just like someone has a string attached to your head and they're pulling you up, you're rising to the heavens. Noticing how your mind and your body respond to this tree pose. If you'd like, swim your arms up, growing your branches, softening your shoulders. You could turn your gaze up, opening your heart to endless possibilities. And staying open, we ground ourselves a little bit. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Knuckles reach to the heel as the gaze and the heart reach up. You're doing really good. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, release, give it a little shake. Swim your arms up, hands touch. Pull it through third eye into your heart and fold nose to knees. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step it back, high push-up, pause here. So your wrists and your shoulders are in one line, your legs are strong. You can drop your knees to the mat anytime, no worries here. And then come on down to your forearms. And then come back up to long arms. Whoo, yes you can. Forearms. Long arms. Can we do 3 more? I think so. Forearms. Long arms. 2 more. Forearms. Long arms. 1 more. Forearms. Long arms. Here we go. Forearms. Breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Drop your hips, flatten your feet. Lift your heart, take a deep inhale. Whew. Exhale, relax. One ear to the mat, arms long at your sides. Pick your shoulders up and roll them down your back. And then flip your head, other ear to the mat. Chin to the mat. Bring your hands next to your shoulders so your elbows are bent. And you could bring your big toes together to touch or keep your feet spread a little bit wider. It's up to you. But press your toenails into the mat. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders, and when you know what you're doing, keep your gaze down. Lift your legs. Lift your hands, rolling the shoulders down the back, squeezing the elbows towards each other. Breath is calm and free. Take one more inhale, and as you exhale, relax. Drop a cheek to the mat, feet to the mat. And then bend your knees. Start to windshield wiper your legs side to side. Let your legs go long on the mat. Chin to the mat. Roll up. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, press back, child's pose. And then come on up to your hands and your knees and just find a seat in the center of your mat. Take your time. So your feet are hip-width distance and parallel. Your hands are parallel. And you slowly, just one vertebrae at a time, start to unroll. If there's something in your hair, please pull it out. Take a minute to get comfortable here. So this is our little mini shavasana. Arms long at your sides, palms face up. Toes fall out to the side. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose, fill your lungs, and hold your breath. Hold it. Sigh it out of your mouth. Please keep your eyes and your lips closed. And I invite you to inhale through your nose as I count. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, hold your breath. Slowly exhale through your nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale slowly, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue this just a few more times on your own. So please notice this calm, peaceful sanctuary that you've just created. And on this voyage of self-discovery, remember this place is always here for you. You can gently open your eyes, bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat. You can reach back, your longest finger can touch the backs of your heels, but if that's not comfortable in your body, you don't worry about it. Pressing down into your feet, roll up, coming into a bridge pose. And you can keep your arms long, or you scooch the shoulders and interlace the fingers, pressing down to lift up. You could lift your heels up, but if that doesn't feel good, you keep the heels on the mat. If you'd like, you could lift the right leg, point the toes to the sky, or not. Keep breathing. If the leg is lifted, return it to the mat. If you'd like to lift the left leg, feel free, keep breathing. If the leg is lifted, return it. Pressing down into your feet, lift your hips as high as you can. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands and just very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, unroll. Allow this to feel really good in your body. Your hips land and then your heels land. And if you'd like, you can widen your feet and knock your knees together. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Or you come into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet come together and knees open wide. If your eyes are closed, open them. Hug your knees into your chest And you can rock side to side. You could make little circles with your knees one direction and then the other. And then drop your feet to the mat. Lift your right leg up and grab either your shin or your calf. And then go ahead and straighten that left leg. Allow it to hover 2 inches off the mat. So we'll do some scissor legs here. Nose to your knee. And then release that. Grab the left. And we alternate nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right leg up. Bring your arms long at your sides. We'll do 10 more. 1, yes you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. This time you pump the arms up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's it. Hug your knees into your chest. And then stretch out. So point your toes, reach your arms over your head, get as long as you can. Take a great big inhale. Exhale, just relax. Bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Right foot is flexed. And then lift up that left foot. Bring your right hand into that little triangle space that you've created, and you can interlace your fingers on the outside of your shin or underneath your knee, keeping both feet flexed. Drop your head. Relax here. So you're gently pulling that knee in towards your shoulder. You could even use your right elbow and nudge your right knee away from you to add to the stretch. Once again, paying close attention to how these postures feel in your body. If you feel like you want to explore a little further, you could straighten that leg, reach up, grab the ankle or the shin. Paying attention to how this feels. If you'd like to take it even further, you could drop the left foot to the mat. Take the right foot and place it inside of the left elbow, bringing the right knee inside of the right elbow. Right foot stays flexed, dropping your head. If this is too much, you come right back to one of those other 2 options. If this half pigeon on your back feels okay, and you want to take it even further, you could go ahead and straighten that left leg or not. Wherever you are, your breath is calm. Release your hands and drop that left foot to the mat. Bring your arms out like a T. And then cross your right leg tightly over your left. And pick your hips up and scooch them over to the right side of your mat. Turn your gaze to the right and drop your knees to the left. Keeping your shoulders rooted into the mat. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale and a sigh. Allowing your body to soften. Turning the palms up to face the sky if they're not. And then very gracefully lifting the right arm up, reaching over and across, hands touch, and just as slowly and gracefully as you can, glide that hand all the way back, opening up. If once was enough, you stay. If you'd like to do it a second time, reach up, perhaps you stretch even further this time, and then just gracefully glide it back. Bring your knees back to center, uncross, realign your hips, center of the mat. Left ankle, right knee, foot is flexed. Picking up that right foot, interlace the fingers, either on the outer shin or underneath the knee. Dropping your head, keeping your neck long here, keeping your feet flexed. If this is working, you stay. If you'd like to explore, you can straighten your leg, reach up, see how this feels. If this feels just right, you stay. If not, you go back. If you want to do that half pigeon on your back, you drop the right foot, bring the left foot to the inner elbow, hugging your shin into your chest. Foot is flexed, dropping your head. You could straighten the right leg if you'd like. And remember, all options are equal here. One is not superior to the other. Wherever you are, take one more deep inhale here. And as you exhale, release your hands, drop the right foot to the mat, cross the left leg tightly over the right, arms out like a T, palms up. Lift the hips, scooch them over to the left side of your mat. Turn your gaze to the left and drop your knees to the right. Find that space that feels perfect. Take a deep inhale and a sigh. Allowing gravity to do all the work for you. Only if it feels good in your body. Do lift the left arm up and bring it across, hands touch. And then once again, you gracefully glide it all the way back, opening up. If you want to do it a second time, feel free. Bring the knees back to center, uncross. Reposition your body in the center of your mat. Hug your knees in tight to your chest. And we end always with a moment of gratitude. Think of just one thing you're grateful for. Squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. And then release. Set up your shavasana. So once again, arms long at your sides, palms up, toes fold out. Any adjustments, wiggling around. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Fill your lungs and hold your breath. Hold it. A big sigh out of your mouth. Normal, everyday breathing here. Just allowing your body to soften, to melt into your mat. Bring your awareness to your toes, the balls of your feet, your arches and your heels, and all those tiny bones in your feet. Feel them relax. Your ankles relax. Your shins and your calves melt. Your knees are relaxed. Your thighs and your thigh bones melt. Feel your hips, glutes, pelvis, all of your internal organs sink. Feel your entire spinal column, one vertebrae at a time, just slowly sink into the mat. Your shoulders and your angel bones relax. Your ribs and your lungs relax. Your heart quietly beats in your chest. All of the muscles in your back melt. Biceps, triceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, all 10 fingers, those tiny bones in your hands, even your fingernails relax. Your neck is relaxed. Your chin, jaw, teeth, tongue, lips relax. Ears, cheeks, and nose relax. Eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, and eyebrows relax. Forehead, scalp, and brain. Your entire body is relaxed. Please allow yourself another 3 to 5 minutes here in shavasana, longer if you can. A voyage of self-discovery. I step inside a world of self-discovery, a dance that brings me closer to inner me, growing, reaching, stretching past boundaries. I become stronger, braver, spaciously free, authentically me, on this dance of self-discovery. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeing new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Thank you for joining me for this session. I'll see you next time. Namaste.